My name is Mainak Mazumdar. My title is I'm the Chief Research Officer, managing data science function. Nielsen studies consumer behavior, what people are watching and what people are buying. Prior to Databricks, we were in a very different environment. And in that environment, one of the biggest challenges was access to the data. Data sat on different multiple tables, multiple countries, a lot of on-prem servers. There was no metadata, and the only way to get data is the people you know. So these people have a lot of domain tribal knowledge. They have been in the company for a long time, and that's the only way you could have access to the data. So that was a big challenge. The second challenge was the big data itself. Since it was a massive volume of data, we didn't have the tools. Toggling between tools we were using then, like SAS, Netezza, Excel, and SQL, was very, very cumbersome. We didn't have computing resources. Our best computing resource was laptops and some on-prem servers. There's a lot of what I call workarounds, and people had to do manual petitioning on-prem, and that was very challenging. Then the cycle time between the R&D and deployment in production was long, because we would code in SAS, and that has to be rewritten in some other language like C++ or Java. So these things started slowing us down, and that was one of the big challenges that we had to address for us to move to the what I call AI-first strategy for the company. One of the benefit of using Databricks is, we have democratized data access. So 80% of Nielsen data scientists out of 1,000 plus are using Databricks to do the day-to-day work. We use Databricks across two clouds, both AWS and Azure. I think the biggest impact Databricks had on our organization is the change in the culture. When you look at before and today, there's a huge change in how the work gets done. And I think that's more important, is how the work gets done. It's not so much the what is getting done. We are still in the same business, in the same client. We're producing maybe the same information. But how the work gets done, the collaboration across teams, this improvement in performance, speed, and scale that ultimately leads to innovation is where we are getting the biggest benefit from Databricks. Yeah, the biggest benefit from Databricks is performance, speed, and scale. And in a couple of areas we have seen where the performance and scale and speed has been enormous. One is pattern recognition, where we see the performance 20x in before and after. Viewer assignment in the watch business is one of our core algorithm, and there the performance is about 80x. About 80x, that's huge. Yeah, Databricks is a very important part of our AI-first strategy. As we continue to digitize our business and make these business decisions, which means opportunities and challenges through AI and machine learning, we'll continue to activate Databricks throughout the rest of the business.